Hi folks, welcome to Chiefkirk Outdoors. Today I'm going to demonstrate a new toy that I got. One of my best pals, Mike, who was with me at my last video, made a Tinder Tube for me, gave it to me. Now, I've never owned one of these. I've seen them, but I've never owned one. And I thought I'd like to have one to play with, and just so happened when I went to visit him, he had made one for me. So that worked out really good, and I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks a lot. Now, the concept here is pretty simple. This is like a match, only it'll burn for a long time. And what he did is he took an arrow and cut part of the arrow out. Then he took some jute twine and soaked it in wax, candle wax I think is what he used, but I'm not absolutely sure, and put it up through the tube. Now when you light this thing, you can light it with your ferro rod, or for that matter you could use a Bic lighter. You know, if you stand and hold a Bic lighter trying to light something, it's going to get hot and you're going to burn yourself. It can be a real pain in the backside to use a Bic to try to get something lit. But this thing right here is ingenious, because once you light it, you can light it with a Bic lighter, or you can light it, and I'm going to attempt to light it with a ferro rod here in just a minute. But once this thing is lit, you can hold it here for a long time and light your tinder or whatever it is that you're trying to get lit. And then when you get ready to quit using it, all you have to do is just pull that up and snuffs it right out, and you're good to go for the next time. Now what I did was I fluffed this out, which is what you need to do. You need to fluff this out, and to do that I took a little safety pin. This is my own modification. I took this safety pin and went up through here and separated those little braids, those little twists. I don't know if that'll help or not, but it might. It should, I'll put it that way. It should. So, and I figured I'd probably just stick it in the back here somewhere and keep it, which I'll do that in a minute. But I'm gonna see if this will light with a ferro rod. I know it will, because my buddy Mike demonstrated it for me, and he lit it with no problem. There we go. Now you can see that thing is just burning to beat the band. And we got a little bit of a breeze going. I'm sure you can see it blowing the flame, but it's not blowing it out by any means. And the wax in the rope will keep it lit for a long time. Now with this thing here, you can, if you've got your tinder in your fire lay, you can reach in there and light that thing. You can hold this thing for the longest time because you've got this sheath on here, and it doesn't bother you, it doesn't burn you. And this works like an absolute charm. Now I tried to light this with a Flint and Steel, and I couldn't get it to light. Maybe some of you guys have and may know some kind of a trick to it, but I tried it just for fun and I couldn't get it to work. Now to put this thing out, you just push it up like that, and it's out that quick. And what happens is the wax has impregnated it, and it's good to go. All you have to do next time you want to light it is just pull it out like that and light it. Now, you don't have to go through all the problem of sorting and separating those little fibers. I did that to light it with a ferro rod. But if you have a Bic lighter, which I happen to have in my pocket, just that quick, there you go. Oh, went out on me, sorry. And we have fire again. Now, you can hold that for the longest time. So that works really good. And I'm happy to have this in my arsenal because you don't ever know when you're going to need it. But this is a real handy tool. Again, if you were trying to light something with this, that flame's coming back at you, and it's gonna burn you or burn your lighter up. So this works really good. Thanks for joining me. I hope this helped you a little bit. Till I see you next time, God bless you. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. You may not be here tomorrow. That's cool. I like that. See ya.